All right. Hello, everybody. A little bit different this time around in the filming. Welcome to episode 123 of Psycho's Platters, which I think I'm going to entitle, Pleased to Meet You, Won't You Guess My Name? Because there's been a couple occurrences over the last few weeks. December so far, this is December 29th right now being filmed. This month has actually been really good in regards to subscribers and such in here. Brought to you by something other than coffee for once. All right. Basically, one reason why I'm doing this is going to be an introduction video. I never ended up doing an introduction video for the VC, for the vinyl community out there. This is Paul Pease, aka the Psycho DJ, of course, host of Psycho's Platters, and of course the channel Psycho DJ 67. I originally got started out doing vinyl in 1979 because the record store opened up in my town. Before that, I was picking up things a little bit left and right. I should mention I'm 48 years old, so what I'm getting at on this is that basically I've been collecting, started heavily as a hobby since I was 12. I'm basically on my third collection right now and enjoying it. I keep finding new sounds for everybody and everyone, including myself. If it's the one thing about doing this channel and being on the vinyl community, is that we all pretty much learn from each other, don't we? We go off and we show what we find, or show our loves of records and of our music. Let me show you briefly, if you don't mind. This is the stuff that I found literally over the last week. I want to go off real quick though, and yes, and tell you a quick little story. I did go off and invest. I went to Barnes & Noble about 2 weeks back, and I did end up buying a signed copy of Brian Wilson's new solo album, Pure Pressure. I'm going to tell you, if you haven't heard this and you're a Beach Boy fan and a Brian Wilson solo fan, go get it, please. It is a pure injustice if you don't. Still, though, personally, my favorite on here, here's the front, here's the back. All right. The autographs in the inside, and I got to tell you, I may not even open this. I'm not going to lie. Still, this is on Capitol Records, of course. Still, my favorite, probably out of all honesty, on here is Sail Away, which has got Blondie Chaplin and Al Jardine, of course, you know, former Beach Boys. David Marks is on here too, who's a former Beach Boy, and or maybe still current Beach Boy. It's kind of confusing with that. Casey Musgraves, who is a newer singer that's come out in the last couple of years, also appears on here as well. Also, I was over at Goodwill, next town over, and managed to find Fragile Yes and Eric Clapton's and B.B.King's Riding with the King. Now, why am I showing you this? Very simple. These are not regular CDs. These are DVD audio CDs. DVD audio CDs came out, they were introduced about the year 2000. By 2007, they pretty much died in the format mostly. These are supposed to have been played on 5.1 stereo surround systems. A lot of major labels jumped on this. If it wasn't DVD audio, it was SACD, which stood for Super Audio CDs. Back then, I remember the Rolling Stones catalog. ABCO released it all in SACD. In 2004, though, researchers went off and basically said, guess what? DVD audio was equivalent to an SACD, but the SACD was equal to a regular CD. In other words, there wasn't that much improvement in sound. And for most people, it pretty much was a rip-off from the major labels. But these suckers are hard to find, nevertheless. And I remember being high dollar money in the stores back then. I remember Best Buy and a couple other places carried these as well. So DVD audio and SACD. I couldn't believe I found these things for $2 a piece. They had more, but all of them were mismatched. Also, I found a couple 45s. This one literally yesterday. Louis Armstrong narrates The Night Before Christmas. This was one of the last things that he did before he passed away. It said here it was recorded February 1971. Louis Armstrong died July 6th of that year. I thought that's pretty cool. I can't wait to listen to that. And then I found this one also from 1978. Eagles, Please Come Home for Christmas and Funky New Year. This one was pretty much put out as a stopgap record for Contractual while they were in the middle of working on, of course, Long Run. So pretty neat to find it with the picture sleeve. So like I said, so stuff like that, I try to educate and entertain and inform here in the vinyl community, and that's my goal pretty much. Because this is going to be a shorter episode than normal, and by the way, I'll quickly explain why I'm doing it this way. If you normally use the webcam capture on YouTube, it will be discontinued January 16, 2016. That's what I've used for the last 3 years. I just gotta love how me and YouTube really don't quite get along. I found out also on that day that my 15-minute video ban will be lifted. So at least that part will be good news, right? So I want to go off and just like I said, my name is Psycho DJ for Psyko Platters. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Speaking of new subscribers, I have jumped in new subscribers literally in the last 10 days, and I'm happy to report these are the new subscribers. Go off and check the channels out. Colin Quigley, Cheryl Thompson, Noise Spectrum, Beetle Cat 1, Baraka P. Dub, Balding Boomer, Richard Riley, Mean Mr. Mayo, hey Joe, yeah, I watch your channels, great stuff, Gurry, Working Class Wax, Helmet Diggy, Dead Wax 66, Fishman, saw your newest one, I like that video, and lastly, Vinyl Therapy and Audio. All of those new subscribers to Psyko Platters. Thank you all for subscribing. And like I said, hopefully I'll continue to entertain and educate all of you out there in the VC land. Here's some other channels to watch for this particular week. Steel Extreme 421, Dixieland Farm, Bobby Gas, Bald Metal Nerd, Mike in Port SRI, and lastly, My Analog Corner. There'll be longer episodes. I just wanted to squeeze this one out before the end of the year. Everybody, of course, have a happy new year, and I'll see you in the next 7 to 10 days with a brand new episode of Psyko Platters. Take care, God bless, and rock on.